Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening.
And welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. in Business podcast.
Yes, welcome. I am Helen Butler.
Oh, she changed it very slightly. I am Chris Butler.
But we don't have an actual hello thing, do we?
We don't. We keep using this, and it's. I don't know why we keep using it either.
Seems to have vibed into what it is, and we've said what it is, and I think that's fine. We have to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because we don't know what time people are listening.
That's true. And now the dog is making way into scene.
Yes, here she is.
Yeah,
Our
she
beautiful
has to be involved in
red
things, doesn't
fox
she?
Labrador.
I bet she ends up knocking her camera as well. So you have to excuse me today. I'm very hot and sweaty.
So am I. Very hot
humid,
and bothered.
very close.
It is. It is very hot, and I could really be doing in a holiday vest top, as could you. But
yes,
we know the viewers don't need to see us in that.
No, we were trying to gain viewers, not lose viewers.
Yeah.
So this week we're throwing the rule book out the window.
Yeah. You wanted to be a Victor Mildrew today.
Well, you know what? We, as business owners, right, we are told to be positive and happy in front of customers, positive and happy in front of staff, positive and happy in front of, basically always happy, right? And you know what? There's a lot of things going on right now, and I'm bloody boiling over. I'm like the little pot on the stove that's simmering, that's just about to spill over everywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, this week, bugger it. Let's just have a moaning session.
Well, you're hearing exactly the same from all the other businesses that we work with. Everyone's feeling the drain. What's the word? Feeling the pinch, feeling the extra
Pressures.
stresses.
It's just, you know what? It's just a release. We always said this, one of the things that came out of this podcast was it was like therapy.
That's it.
And we've had a lot of really important conversations the past few weeks, and we've got our therapy dog with us.
Yes, here we are. I'm just stroking the dog. It's now my turn.
That means she is not going to stop now. Now she started as well. That means the whole sessions of the dog's going to be in. Anyway, so we just wanted, well, actually, no, I just wanted, I thought, pardon my French, fuck it.
Oh.
That's it. The swear jar's out the window. It'll be broke. And we are just going to have a good old rant about all the shit that's going on right now.
Well, we said this morning, what should we talk about? And we've always got different ideas. And so you wanted to talk about this. But I sort of had a different spin on it, although I completely agree. And it's all I'm hearing from business owners, the extra stresses, all the things to keep up with, that pressure of, like you said, being positive and things. And it is a relief when you can be honest and open with people, and that's how we've built our relationships. But also it's interesting how factually things have changed over the years. So I've just got written down a couple of factors about your moans, maybe the moans that you go on with. I might have a fact for it.
Ooh, it's like Blue Peter style. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Do I get a prize if I...
No prizes today. No, I'm not. This is not a positive session. This is a moaning session, don't forget. So, first one is bloody cost of bloody living.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, is it just me? But literally, I remember a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, maybe I'm out of touch, but not that long ago. And you get the big billboards as you're driving around town or what have you.
Yeah.
And you would have the billboard and it would talk about Aldi shop.
Yes.
And it had the comparison basket or the comparison trolley.
Yeah.
And it would say the equivalent, from Asda, Tesco's, wherever it might have been, £60, £70 shop.
Yep.
Aldi's was a 30. It was about 30, about
Trolley
28
shop,
to £38 sort of shop, right? And it'd have match products. I saw one the other week, I shit you not, by the Aldi store in Cradley.
Yeah.
And it said had the comparison. Guess what the comparison price was for Aldi?
I dread to think.
80-something pound.
Oh.
When did that happen?
Well, we used to spend over £100 in Aldi doing a shop at Christmas, and I used to be like, whoa, look at me, I've got 3 trolleys worth of food for £100. Now, £100 in Aldi is just like a normal shop.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. So I used to do the shopping many moons ago, and I used to have, this is how sad I was, I'd have my little calculator on my phone, and have my list, and I'd go through it, and I used to be able to get a shop for probably £40.
You always got it under £40.
Yeah. That was always the goal, really. And for that, you'd have like 3 bags of pasta, 3 bag tins of beans. We'd have enough extras, though, because I was always about nothing worse than when you fancy something in the house and it's not there. So I'd always buy the essentials. I'd buy extras of them, especially if they're long shelf lives. And now you'll do a shop and it's like, I'll see the bill and it's like 120, 130 quid. And then you'll say, Well, that lasts just 2 weeks. And then we get into like day 5, and you're like, oh, we need some more fruit. We need some more veg. We need some more bread. It's like, oh my God, what?
Well, you didn't believe me at one stage when the Aldi shop was coming to over £100. We now do it online, like with Ocado, because a lot
But
of
now
their
we're posh.
now we're posh. But a lot of the prices are very similar, and you can have the time to check the prices and like search for the best cost price per. Don't get caught out by searching by cost by cheapest. You have to shop price per.
Right.
So it tells you the price per 100 grams, and then you can buy whatever it is the cheapest per 100 grams. Because it might be, I got caught out
Hmm.
and bought the microwave meal that we normally get, the Charlie, what's the fancy one?
Bingham.
Charlie Bingham,
Hmm.
the wooden takeaways that he does, and they're £10, and it serves 2 people.
Yeah.
So we get the curry. I was like, "Ooh, it's normally £10. It's only £6.90. That's a bargain."
Oh,
Got one of those.
it's like a
Mini
fucking Timu size.
mini one. Timu for one person though.
Honestly.
But I didn't see. So I have been caught out by shopping online more than once. So like what did I buy? I actually bought a bread making thing that I assumed was like the size of like a flour thing.
Right.
Which is, pretty decent size. Came Timu size.
Honestly.
But for the price, you assume wrongly that it would be at XYZ size, the
Yeah.
larger size. So yeah, you have got to sort of check your grammage size if you're doing the online shop. You've got to be careful, catches you out.
But it's so expensive.
Yeah, but you didn't believe me that you thought I was just buying expensive stuff, but then you did a shop yourself and realised that it has just gone up exponentially. Like,
But it's not just food, is it? I mean,
no.
gas and electric.
Well, just going back to
Oh,
my
no.
findings, a
Oh.
loaf of bread. So I did it from 2005, which is when our careers started. That's when I graduated from uni.
Well, it's my when I went straight into work.
You'd been into work a few years.
Yeah, I got a few
But
years on you.
I guess we were like, early 20s. Like, it was 71p for a loaf of bread. Now it's £1.36.
Bloody Laura.
Pint of milk.
I thought there's been more dramatic than that.
I know, so did I. Pint of milk, 2005.
So why have you said it then? We should have not said it. He's just having a whinge about how expensive everything's got, and bread's got up by 50 pence. I'm thinking, oh,
These are supposedly the facts that I just did quickly on ChatGPT.
you didn't even do it
So
yourself.
I haven't had
You
time
cheated.
to double check them. But I'm sure I used to buy a loaf of bread for 40p
Well,
at uni.
I remember.
And now the loaves of bread I want to buy, they're £4.
I remember, again, not long ago, a bottle of lemonade in Aldi being, was it 11 pence or 17 pence?
9p, I thought.
Oh, it could have been, actually, no. It was.
Back in the day,
How
it
much
was
is it now?
60p.
I mean, that's treble, more than
Yeah.
treble. And the crazy thing is, though, that's in such a short period of time, maybe
Yeah.
4 years. This is probably
now
since
that
COVID,
is-
it's all gone a bit wonky.
That is in the short period. Yeah, I mean, I if I didn't do this from 2005 and did it just 5 years ago, I bet it would be quite a similar difference.
But then, so gas and electric.
Oh, that's and water.
Oh, yeah, water. That's another one that's coming into it. But
Mm.
gas and electric. And the thing is now, right, is that gas and electric, people are used to it now.
Yeah.
And you
it's
think for
the
1
norm.
minute it's ever going to go back to what it was before?
Same with petrol.
I mean, honestly.
Same with petrol. When that went over £1, everyone was like, "Oh, falling off the chairs." Now it's just the norm.
But I don't understand. So, like, taxes, right? As in the taxes on alcohol. I saw something the other day that said the average pint, the UK tax was 50 or 52 pence. We are one of the most, if not the most expensive place in Europe for taxing on alcohol. So how is the government in 95%? Is it GDP is in debt?
Oh, don't even get me started on the
Huh?
government.
How we get taxed?
I have no
I mean,
idea.
I get taxed fucking left, right, and bloody centre, I tell you. You get taxed when you save, you get taxed when you earn, you get taxed when
Yeah.
you spend.
Sugar tax. You can't even have a sugar treat.
Tax, fucking tax on top of tax. You can't even go for a shit anymore without getting taxed.
Toilet tax. Water tax.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, energy prices are driving me insane at the moment.
Yeah.
I know it's war related and stuff, but do you know what? Yeah, it's interesting this because I had a chat with, I think it was you the day about this, saying, I wonder if everybody, when you get to our sort of age, like mid-40s, 40s, mid-40s, if you start to think it was better when I was younger. And I wonder if, I mean, I said to you the other day, I think at the moment, this country, not just this country, actually, the world, to be fair,
Yeah.
is going to shit. I really think we're in as a world in general, we're in a right state, in a right mess at the moment. But I wonder if everybody, when they get to our age, thinks that, or if
Yeah.
genuinely, if it is in a worse place now than it would have been maybe generation before and generation before that. I know there was the war and stuff, so different problems.
Yeah,
Um,
hugely. Yeah.
but if we look at our parents' generation, then when they
Mm,
hit 40s,
mm.
50s, what they remember of it being like.
Well, I think both our parents have sort of said that they think it's harder now for us growing up than
Hmm.
it was for them. But it's completely different stresses, isn't it? I think
Yeah, we got more.
Yeah. I think now it's more sort of seen that grandparents, I don't know, I guess it's different for your own family, but I feel like now it's sort of a given that grandparents help out with children because there is so much pressure on having to work now.
Hmm.
Like back then it was just like, it was more, housewife and working man, although neither of our families were like that. Both our mothers did work.
No,
But
my mum didn't work at the beginning, not until I was probably in secondary school, I think.
okay.
Yeah.
But now it's sort of, we, we do fall on our parents for help with
Hmm.
that because of the pressures of work. And I know a
I know
lot of
my
other
boss is
people
a
do.
wanker.
My boss is a wanker too. You don't want to meet him. So yeah, I don't know if that's a little bit different. I think social media is a huge, huge
Hmm.
negative to answer for mental
We're going to
states.
come back to social media because I've got to whinge about social media as well.
Okay.
Social
Mm,
media. Which
mm.
this would be like the what was that program? The TV program,
Oh, Room 101.
Room 101.
Oh, that
That's
was
what we
good,
need. I
wasn't it?
love that.
Oh, yeah, should we title this Room 101
Yeah,
then? Yeah.
Room 101 2025 edition.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I've lost my trail of thought now because I got so excited on Room
You
101.
did want to talk about social media
We're going
later
to talk
on,
about that
but we
later
were
on.
talking about energy and like
Right, here we
working
go.
and
So I've got a question for you, Sherlock.
always off.
Why do prices go up?
Oh, this is too economic-y for
Well,
me.
yeah, economically,
This is a
too
question for
intellectually.
you.
No,
Let me
that's because
ask you.
I'm not an economically economist. I
Economist.
can't even fucking say it. I'm getting
Economist.
too worked up. I'm not an economist, right?
Mm,
But I like things in simple languages.
mm,
Prices go up of product.
yeah.
What does the government do to match? Because that's the rise then in inflation. What does the
Well,
government
yeah.
do? They
Mm,
raise minimum wage to
mm,
meet it.
mm,
So things just get more expensive,
mm.
and salaries that you could argue don't go up in the
Well, they
same that
haven't
match,
quite.
but they go up as well. So are we any better off?
Well, yeah, no, that is a question. Yeah.
Like we spoke about
Yeah.
house prices the other day,
Mm,
and we were
mm,
saying that we had a good conversation didn't we, about whether we would move house and stuff
mm.
and that kind of thing because we've looked on and off for years, haven't we,
Yeah.
and thought about it and toyed with the idea because we're at a point now where been in our house about 15 years. When we first
Mm,
moved in, we renovated the whole thing,
yeah.
and it's
It's
now
due another renovation, so
ready
yeah.
again. And it was like, well, do we spend the money on it and make it
Mm,
exactly as we want it and make it
yeah.
not our forever home, but
Mm.
foresee ourselves here for another
Another
maybe
10
10,
years,
15
something.
years kind of thing?
Mm,
Or do we just work to sort of move in the next couple of years or so?
yeah.
And it was just like, when we started looking at houses, which we have done anyway over the years, but we started having a little look the
Mm,
weekend, you were bringing some up, and it's like double for what we wanted next. And it wasn't
mm.
that we wanted a bigger size,
No,
it was just
yeah.
we wanted a detached instead of a semi, and we wanted
Yeah.
more rural
Well, yeah.
location. It was double the price.
More than
More
really.
than and that
Yeah.
needed work as well.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like
Mm,
personally, and this is just a personal moan, this is not a
mm,
generic thing for everybody
mm,
because everyone's different, right?
mm,
I don't want to spend £2,000 a month on a mortgage.
mm. Yeah.
For me,
Mm,
to me, I think it's ludicrous. And that's the
mm,
reason why I think it's ludicrous is people put so much money into their house,
mm,
pay a lot of money each month to pay off the mortgage, spend a lot of money doing it as they want to and all that sort of stuff.
mm.
When do you ever see that money?
Well, it depends how you utilize it, isn't it?
I'm
Whether
going to
it's
answer it
just
for you. It was a rhetorical question. Shut up.
zip it.
Let me stop you there. You don't.
Well,
Because
you pass it
most
down the
people,
family, don't you, generally?
yeah, but most people say,
Or into your
I'm
next
putting it into
property.
it's my, yeah, exactly. But
Well,
the
the
next
money
one's got
goes
up the
into your
same
next
thing.
yeah, I know.
But I never ever, if I end up
Mm,
right at the end of, say, 70, owning a
mm,
house for,
mm,
say, let's say £500,000, right?
mm,
Which
mm.
probably isn't going to be a great deal of money when we come to retire.
No.
£500,000,
Mm,
unless I sell that house I'm moving to something with lesser value or a significant less of value because
Yeah.
there's always moving fees and stamp duty fees. So let's say I move into something that's maybe 300,000, which means probably I'm moving into a smaller location, probably a
Yeah.
worse location, or a house with disrepair,
Yeah.
which at 60, 70, am I going to want that sort of stuff? People don't do that because you get the
No.
argument then. And I understand. I've worked all my life to live in a nice house. I've paid for it now. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I get that. But to me, it's just dead money. We talk about in business having liquid assets, right? Having cash. For me, right? I mean, a business is great, but unless you've got a solid amount of cash you can put your hands on tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's not for me, really. So I don't understand why we put so much money into property.
I think we are educated to think a certain way from like sort of primary school.
Yeah.
And we've said that because we've had the banks going into our son's primary school. They're telling them not to do
Not to
stocks and
invest.
shares, not to invest.
Too risky. Just put your money into a
Just
bank
put your
account
money into a
and earn
bank.
your 1%.
Yeah. So you are told to just live the rat race and stick by the norm and, get married, have 2 kids, and I think anyone going against that, I was speaking to someone a couple of weeks ago and she was saying, I don't want kids. Oh, I know that's strange. Well, no, it's not
No, it's not.
strange, but you're almost taught to believe that it
Yeah.
is. You don't want to get a lot of people now are saying how they don't want to live in a relationship. They don't want to get married. They don't
Right.
even want to be in a relationship. They just want to do what they want to bloody do.
This sounds like paradise. Where's this?
Oh, you trot along, love.
And I will trot like little piggy.
But people are starting to break that mold, and I think it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, I think we are taught to live a certain way, and it's okay to not have those same beliefs.
I agree. I think the school system, this is another one of my rants. And I'm sorry, schools. I don't know if it's you or whether it's government, but it's outdated. In fact, it was outdated when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because, and I tell you why I say that. I did, and I can say this now, I did shockingly bad in school in terms of, I hated school anyway. I hated it. There wasn't ever one teacher that I liked. I just, school wasn't for me. I found the whole education system boring. They didn't engage me. Just hated it. And so happy then is that when I did my GCSEs, I did miserably. I got Fs, Gs. I mean, it was just nothing to, I don't think I even got one C. Awful. No, I was never stupid, but I hated school. And if you put me into an exam, I got bored. And actually,
I can't believe
I've got a story.
did
I hope
what
my
you
son
did.
never sees this until after he's passed his school GCSEs. But I was so bored in one of the exams that I started just making patterns on the answer because you get the answer, the question,
I
and then you
can't
get
believe you
A,
did
B,
that.
C, D. You get the multiple choice, and you have to colour it in your pencil. I just started doing patterns.
I'm mortified that you did
But
that.
But it's because I was so bored. Now,
Yeah.
like I say, it's not because I was stupid. Because maths, for
Well,
example,
yeah. You
I
are
mean,
very good at maths,
give me
yeah.
pi on that bullshit. I think that's bloody
No.
nonsense. But
You
give me
just eat the
mental
pies.
arithmetic and yeah, change pi 3 point whatever it is to how many pies did he eat? Answer that, no problem. But mental arithmetic and that sort of stuff, not a problem, right?
Yeah.
English is not my best, but I would have got right. I think if I was doing it again, I probably
Yeah.
would have got C's.
Yeah.
I might have got B's, but I don't think I'd have got much more because I'm not academically bright.
I think the right teacher for the right student makes a huge difference.
But even that wouldn't have helped in my exam because I
No.
was bored. And this is the point. Like Parker in school now has been told throughout his whole school life not to be competitive,
Yeah.
hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been told not time and time again that
He's too
competition is bad.
competitive,
He's too
were the actual
competitive.
words.
They need to calm down, not be so competitive in life. But no, hold on. Being competitive is actually a good skill, and it's
Yeah.
primal.
Yeah.
It's if you think about it, if I'm not competitive in life, I'm going to settle for the rest of my life on things that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
You know, back in the
I
olden
mean, look at
days,
us. Look at what we settled with.
back in the olden days, right before work and the rest of it, people went out to hunt. If they weren't competitive to go and find
they'd
that
die.
hunt, they would die. It's primal. Competition is primal in all of us. And some of us have it more than others, granted. And yes, it has to be channeled in the right way. You can't then throw your toys out the pram or spit your dummy out when you don't win or you come second. But it's not a bad skill being competitive. And yet, when we got to the end of year,
Yeah.
they started handing out awards for certain kids.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that competition? The
Yeah.
SATs results, they were told to try really, really hard and do the best
Yeah.
and all the rest. Isn't that competition? Because
Yeah.
the school then gets marked down if they get bad results. So we can teach our children to be competitive when it
When it
suits
suits.
us, but when it's negative to us, because we can't channel it or deal with it, stop being so competitive.
Yeah. I do find that I did find that a bit bewildering, to be honest,
Oh, that was
because
a good word. Is that on your chat GBT list?
bewildering.
Weldering.
Thesaurus meaning. Yeah, and it does send sort of mixed messages, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Really.
so I think the school
Mm,
system, and like I said, I don't know if it's
mm,
schools or government, but it's
mm,
broken, it's outdated. I mean, let me
yeah.
ask you another question.
Mm.
Why do I need to know?
What an onomatopoeia is.
Yeah, that was better than what mom's going to be actually. Why do I need to know that?
Well, if you were going to be a writer, it's important to know these different
Okay,
things.
right.
But
You've answered the
you
question.
clearly like drawing patterns.
Yeah,
So
you've answered the question, right?
yeah,
But how do we know at
mm,
age, what,
yeah,
7
11,
to
whatever.
bloody probably 25, what we
Yeah,
want to do in our lives?
yeah. Mm.
I don't think we do. I mean, I'm 40
You're
and I think I'm
42.
now 42. I was younger this time, normally older.
Mm.
Uh, and now I think I'm more in tune with what I want out of life.
Yeah,
But you asked me 10 years ago,
yeah,
I would have just told you bloody anything. But
yeah.
really, deep down, I wouldn't have a clue. So,
Mm,
like pi, we spoke about before in maths.
mm,
Okay, if I'm going to do a job that requires that, fair dues.
yeah.
But we spend far too long, like
Mm,
algebra. Who the fuck uses algebra?
mm, mm,
Why do I need to replace a freaking number with a letter? Just give
mm.
me a bastard number.
That is so over my head.
I
It's
don't
unreal.
I don't get it.
Mm,
I understand if I'm
mm,
going to be a mathematical scientist and work out
mm,
equations, then I need to
mm.
know algebra. I get that because you work it
Yeah.
out backwards. But if you ask 10
Mm,
people in a room
mm,
of different jobs,
mm,
how many used algebra since leaving school,
mm,
I'd put my house on. That's not worth very much money, by the way.
mm.
There'd be none.
Well, I think things are changing, aren't they, as well? I think education is important to an extent because it's good to show discipline and like there's certain things that you need to learn in life. Like you do have to learn to read and write,
Mhm.
and still people that haven't been able to read and write have still been very very successful.
Absolutely.
It certainly doesn't mean that you can't be successful if you
No, no.
don't do good in school.
Like me, miss.
um, but for us, even when we've employed young people, it's the attitude
Yeah.
that is almost more important.
No, 100% is more important.
The attitude, the way you turn up, the teamwork. It's just so much more than the results.
100%.
And we've always said if our son couldn't, go into a team and offer them a cup of tea, be polite to the customers,
Mhm.
offer to help the team, but he had straight A's,
Yeah.
you know, uh,
We had a girl that used to work here, and I think it took her about 9 months before she made a drink. Even though
mm,
we make her drinks. I mean, me and you, owners of
mm,
the business, making
mm,
multiple drinks a day,
mm,
and it took her about 9 months to make a drink. In the end, I
mm,
think I had to say something along the lines of,
yeah.
"Are you making a fucking drink or what?"
There is a kettle here.
Yeah. She'd always have a hot chocolate, but she'd never bloody make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just the little things, isn't it, that go a long way in life. Like, I know it sounds a bit pathetic,
mhm,
but for me it is. And I think for a lot of people it's a culture, isn't it?
yeah,
And it's a state of mind and these things do go a long way.
they do. And I really worry about the kids at the moment because
Mm,
although moaning,
mm,
moaning about the situation that they're in, it's not actually their fault. And
mm,
if we're not careful, we're going to have a lost generation here. And this lost
mm,
generation, they'll be the people looking after us when we're moving into care homes. And this is
mm.
what I always say to you,
Yeah,
isn't
you
it? Is
do,
that we
yeah.
have to look
Yeah.
after, we all have an obligation to look
Mm,
after the generation of tomorrow. And I feel like, and again, I don't know if this is not factual, this is just my personal feeling,
mm,
that the schools aren't dealing with the issues of children today.
mm,
They pass it on to the college. The colleges don't necessarily deal with the issues of today. They
mm,
pass it on to the universities. The
mm,
universities don't deal with the issues of today. They
mm,
pass it on to the
mm,
employers. And now the
mm,
employers don't want to deal with it.
mm, mm,
And it's like, well, what's the answer then? Just
mm,
skip that 10-year generation. And what we'll start
mm,
again then with the new kids
mm,
coming through. We
mm,
can't do that.
mm. I think it's very hard. I mean, I think everybody's job role and everybody's expectations have completely got much more.
Mhm.
Um, like primary school teachers do have what seems a lot more to deal with mentally.
Mm.
Children seem to have a lot more mental issues.
But why?
Um, I don't know if it's because it's becoming on the radar more, so people are more open about it, or they're more exposed to knowing that it could be something, or
Mm.
exploring if they feel like that they've suddenly got that. You, no answer fits one.
Mm.
Like it's just no answer fits all. Even it could. There's so many different issues, but I've spoken to primary school teachers where they've had to be potty training the children past year 3, or
Jeez.
there's a lot of being sent to school with a McDonald's for their lunch.
Mm.
Like there's still fundamental issues. And safeguarding children, unfortunately, there are a lot of bad parents out there,
Mm.
really, really bad parents. Um, and so those children are literally being brought up by the teachers,
Mm.
which is very scary and something that, we've been I've been sheltered by for sure.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I do agree that all these issues are sort of filtering through. Um, that everybody has to deal with along the lines,
Mm.
really. And yeah, it's a very difficult thing for everybody to deal with.
But you mentioned earlier about that people expectations are higher.
Mm.
Well, business owners' expectations of staff are higher simply because
Well, yeah,
we are now,
because
today, we
you're
are
paying
paying
so
more.
much.
Well, no, we're paying more than we physically were paying for that person
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
few
yeah,
months ago.
yeah.
So, of course, we expect more because
Yeah,
it's coming out of our. This is the thing, and I
yeah.
had this chat with you this morning, right? There are a few organisations that are making millions, and you
Mm.
see it plastered over the internet, don't you?
Billions.
Billions. You
Yeah.
see it plastered over the internet, on the news, on the
Mm.
TV. Energy companies paying X amount of £1 million dividends to CEO,
Mm.
millions, £100 million profit,
Mm-mm.
tax evasion by billions, and all these big. But these are small numbers of companies. And then
Mm.
what happens is everybody else starts to think, businesses are making an absolute bloody
Yeah,
fortune, aren't they?
yeah.
Well,
Mm.
most businesses are
Mm.
not making an absolute fortune. Most
Mm.
businesses are actually struggling
Yeah, more than ever
more than ever.
in all
And
industries.
interestingly, most small businesses pay the business owners get paid, guess what?
Yeah,
Last.
yeah, exactly
And
that.
people
Mm.
don't that doesn't even enter their bloody
Mm.
heads.
I think the caliber of staff is lower as well now, to be honest,
Oh, don't get me started on stuff.
from speaking to other businesses. Yes, the wages have gone up exponentially,
Mhm.
but the expectation from staff
Mm.
and the level of care and like skill set that is out there is less.
We live in a world now where everybody thinks they deserve more than what they've got.
Yeah. Mm.
And they
And it's everybody
expect,
else's
yeah,
fault.
and they expect more than more as
Yeah.
well. And
Mm.
I don't understand where this entitlement has come from, to be honest with
Mm.
you.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, and that sort of brings me on
Mm.
to the next point, talking about pricing things.
Mm.
Subscription fees. This
Mm.
really gets my goat,
Well,
right?
how much did wasn't Netflix like 2.99 or something at one point? It was
I ain't got
definitely
a clue.
4.99 at one
I
point.
haven't got a clue. But I wasn't going to talk about that.
It's a tenner now.
I was going to talk about the fact that so in graphic design world,
Mhm.
if you're in it or you've been around it, you'll know there's a piece of a company called Adobe that make different packages for graphic
Ah,
and print and all that
yes.
sort of stuff. So you've got Illustrator there and Photoshop, InDesign, all those things. Anyway, before subscriptions were around, you would buy a CD. And
Mm.
now I'm showing my age. You buy it off the shelf, you get posted a CD, and you might have paid, I don't know, maybe, I can't even remember, 1,500, 2 grand, fun you'd get your
Mm.
Photoshop, your Illustrator, your InDesign, which for designers, really, that's all you needed.
Mm.
And you would then keep that. And you were only upgraded
Mhm.
in two situations. One, because then your operating system became too new and you wouldn't run your old stuff,
Mm.
or because you wanted to upgrade. Now we live in a situation where I have to pay monthly. I mean, I think we pay, I think it's 80 quid a month
Mm.
just for me. So
Mm.
in a year, I've already paid then, what, just shy of £1,000. So in 2 years, I've paid what I used to pay to own it, but I'm
Mm.
still paying every single month. You're still updating it every single fucking, I don't know, every few months, but I don't want it. That
Mm.
I used Illustrator 8, which
Mm.
for those that know is flipping old all the way up
Vintage.
until vintage. I had to upgrade because the
Mm.
Macs were no longer letting me run older
Compatible.
systems on them. And that was
Mm.
only about uh, maybe about 10 years ago. Then I moved to CS I think it was CS2. And again, the only reason I changed from that is because then they started changing it. So when you saved in the new file formats,
Mm.
they weren't backwards compatible. So
Mm.
about 3 years ago, I said to you, I've got to now move
Yeah.
to the subscription model
Mm. Mm.
because clients are sending me artwork and I can't open it because
Mm.
they're not backwards compatibility like they used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Mm.
want to pay £100 a month for a piece of
Mm.
software for the rest of
Mm.
my life.
Mm.
I want to own
Mm.
it. I want to pay
Yeah.
2 grand and
Mm.
own it. There's
Mm.
my CD. I
Mm.
own it and I only upgrade if I want to upgrade.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as mobile phones. They die within 2 years.
Mm.
They're made all the electrical systems, even cars now,
Hmm.
they're almost made to die over a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Because I've got an old Toyota, and the guy we went to at the
Yeah.
garage I was like, "I'm just waiting for it to die. The last 3 years we've been waiting for it to, fall apart," and he
Mm.
says, "It won't, mate. That'll keep going." So that was bit depressing.
No, I was happy, rubbing my hands together.
Yeah, waiting for my new car. But I love it. I do love driving that car, I've got to be honest. I've got my little octopuses on it. It's like my little you always say that it's like my little toy car, and it is. Um, but yeah, I'm ready for an upgrade, but, the difference in obviously, we bought that outright over 10 years ago, and, to buy a new car, you could get a new car for 15 grand. We're talking 35 grand now.
Yeah.
So,
That's like base model
again,
stuff.
car prices, that's a huge step.
Yeah.
And not something I'm in a rush to do, to be honest. When
No.
I'm happy, although I don't have any
Well,
aircon in mine,
when
it
we
has
brought
broken.
your Yaris, I think we paid about 5.5 grand for it.
It was 11 grand.
No, it wasn't.
It was 11 and a half grand. It
Are you
was,
sure?
yeah. I always remember for some reason.
All right.
Yeah.
Ditch that in.
Yeah.
Scrap that. Edit that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you talking about
Mm.
technology, about not lasting long. We saw a program the
Mhm.
other day
Yeah.
where they now consumers, oh sorry,
Yeah.
not consumers, manufacturers are selling products that you can't even get
Can't
into,
open.
and they were saying that these things die.
Yeah. Well, you can't get into the iPhone, can you?
Well,
Look.
you can, I think. But there was the
And the
AirBuds,
AirPods.
AirPods.
AirPods, you can't get into
No,
them. Yeah.
I mean they're all glued up and stuff. I
Yeah.
mean it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
drives
is
me
mad.
nuts.
It is mad.
Right, talking about. Have you got another one? Because you keep.
Well, now I just had like how things have changed for work. The expectations, a lot of like hybrid, flexible working now, totally different.
Mm,
Definitely pros and cons on that, but that is a whole different
yeah,
kettle of
that's a
fish.
whole nother
We'll shut them up if
podcast.
we go into that.
Yeah.
Um, then the SMEs account for over 60% of private sector employment and 48% of turnover. So you've said this a lot, business owners are battered and battered and battered by the government, yet we are what make up most of the employment.
It's disgusting, to be honest, how SMEs are
Like,
treated
we
by
are just
government.
forgotten.
100%.
If we just all jacked it in, there's
Yeah.
so many jobs that would be lost. And it before we ran a business, it's very easy. And I've been out with the school mums and the football mums. I say, oh yeah, they've got their own business. Talking about other people, saying, oh, he's sweet though, for money. And you just think, that's interested.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're getting paid when you just said you had a sick day and you were watching this, that, and the other,
Or
chilling at
taking the
home.
kids to swimming when you should be working from home.
Yeah. So, it's very different. And you're going on your 3-week holiday and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
While he's on holiday, work isn't getting done as well as it would have him whilst he's there, let's
Mm.
face it. So it is interesting how different people see things for sure.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I think the government massively lets down SMEs
Yeah.
and micro businesses. I think it is absolutely disgusting how we treat business owners in this country.
Yeah. When you realise how much they make up of the turnover
it's
of the
just-
country.
I mean, I'm not saying we should be treated like gods or anything, but it's just bit of
No.
respect by the government.
Yeah.
It always
Just
seems
a
to
bit of
be to
help.
me like, yeah, oh, don't worry, private sector can deal with that.
Yeah.
And then when it goes wrong, they can say, look at that, look at the mess they've made. Let me come and sort it out. Honestly, it drives
It's like,
me
hasn't
insane.
there more and more millionaires and billionaires left the country as well now?
16,000, I think, this is just over 16,000 millionaires have left the UK since Labour came into power and made all these changes back in October time. And then, do you know where they've all gone? Dubai. I think theirs have gone up by something like 13,000 this year. Why have they gone over there? because they're treated better. They don't get
Mm,
taxed left, right, and bloody centre.
mm,
I'm not saying that business owners shouldn't say tax. For those that are going to say,
mm,
"Oh, you earn the most, you should pay the most tax,"
mm,
that's not what I'm saying. But
mm,
what I am saying is, it can't always be the businesses that pay all the flipping tax all the
mm,
time. That's not the answer. I mean,
mm,
if you're an individual, I've said this before, you get
mm,
PAYE, national insurance tax. As a business, and I'm going to forget something here, so forgive me. We get VAT,
mm,
PAYE,
mm,
national insurance. We get
mm,
corporation tax.
mm.
We get dividend tax. We get uh, corporation tax. Did I
I
say
don't
that
even
one?
know them, so I can't even help you, I'm afraid.
Uh, there's loads. Honestly, we get
Mm,
taxed. Like there's like 6 or 7 taxes we have to pay
mm,
before we can take any margin. And it's
mm,
like,
mm,
oh, come on. The thing is, it's short-sighted because the more you tax, the
mm,
less money that's left over in a business. The less money, that means there's less money for investment, less money for growth, less money
mm,
for research, less money for new jobs.
mm,
It's short-sighted.
mm.
It drives me insane.
Yeah.
Really does. And then there was you may have we had a podcast the other week with Mike. We spoke about pubs.
Mm.
Didn't we say? And I mean, pubs are closing at such a
Yeah,
rate at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
That is UK heritage right
Mm,
there,
mm,
pubs.
mm.
And there is so much, so many. Um, I'm struggling to get my words in now. I'm getting so passionate about it.
Yeah.
But that is a real thing for men that they
Mm,
need for
mm.
mental health.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have to jump through so many hoops to open a pub.
Mm,
If it's a
mm,
heritage site and they get odd.
mm, mm,
I mean, 50 pence tax. I mean, I read somewhere the average pint
mm,
was it's over £5 now.
mm,
I mean, it's
mm,
just getting
mm.
ridiculous.
I know, but it's like that. Yeah, it is hard, and we were saying how we really feel for farmers, weren't we? I
Mm,
mean, they've been battered left, right, and
yeah.
centre, and
I
that
don't
is
know
a
why they're carrying on.
that's a career you go in for the passion, isn't it? And
I think it's more about it just
I
gets
really
handed
feel for
down more
them.
than anything
The mad
else.
thing is, though, a 4 pint of milk is only 10p more than a 2 pint of milk. How's that work out? How does that work out?
I haven't got a clue.
So I've been buying 4 pints because it's better value,
Well, we're not drinking it.
but we've just not been getting through it. But I have been freezing some of it, but then when you defrost it,
It
it looks a
hasn't
bit
worked. We've gone back now because
looks a bit wrong. So
yeah, it
now I
does.
am just buying what we need. Um, but that doesn't make sense.
No.
You know that they're not
I
making
feel
what they should
really
be
sorry for
making.
farmers at the minute.
Yeah.
Really sorry because that latest tax as well was something about handing land down and property down. There's
Yeah.
more taxes yet again
Yeah.
on the people that are propping this country up. We're just
Mm,
battering them. I
mm,
mean, what the fuck is the Labour government doing? And
mm,
actually, no, it's not Labour because let me
mm,
tell you something else about politicians. They're
mm,
all liars. I'm
mm,
sorry. I'm going to make a
mm,
claim now. I
mm,
don't care. I don't care if you're Labour, if you're
mm,
Conservative, if you're Nigel Farage, whatever flipping
mm.
party is, Green, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They all promise you the flipping world.
Mm,
This is the point, right? When we had the latest elections,
mm,
everyone comes out with their manifesto. This is what I'm
mm,
going to do. This is how I'm
mm.
going to do it. And they
Yeah,
give you these little
yeah,
bits of,
yeah.
well, actually, they don't say anything like this. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And then,
Then they come into power
mm,
and then they say, oh, we can't do that
yeah,
because the last government left it in a right shithole.
yeah.
Hold on.
That's
So
mad.
what the hell did I vote on then? You've just
Yeah,
lied to me. And they'll
yeah,
say, no, I didn't. That's the state they've left it in.
yeah,
So why then are we not changing it so that then
yeah,
all the parties get to see the state of the
yeah, yeah,
what's going
yeah.
on before?
They make
Because
promises.
otherwise you're
Yeah.
asking me to vote on something that is just a wish and a prayer.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't vote this year or last year.
Yeah. Last
Um,
minute we didn't vote, did we?
yeah, and simply because I feel like
I'm
they
glad
all
we
just
didn't.
promise you the world and deliver you
Mm.
nothing.
Yeah.
And but there's no accountability. I
Yeah.
watched something on the House of Parliament the other day,
Mm.
and I'm not being rude,
Mm.
but they all look like they're about to drop dead in there.
Oh yeah, we were
There
watching
was
it,
a
weren't
bloke that
we?
looked like he was
Yeah.
genuinely asleep.
I know. We were
He
laughing.
looked about 80 or 90, like he was going to get dragged out. Now, I'm sure he's a very intelligent fella. I'm sure he's got a
Yeah,
lot to
not
offer.
denying that. It's got more qualifications
Right?
than
Yeah,
you.
I know, yeah, 100%. But where's the youth in today in there as well?
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
just,
enthusiasm. Hello.
we've
This
just
is
got
our
a not.
future, our kids' future.
I mean, these people know how to. I'm not being disrespectful, but I've looked at my
Mm.
grandparents and my
Mm.
parents. They
Mm.
struggle to use a bloody phone, let
Mm.
alone AI and all the rest of the
Mm.
changes that are coming into the
Mm.
world today.
Mm.
So, how are these people making decisions for everybody?
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
couriers,
Oh God, yeah.
couriers.
Not had good experiences with those,
Oh
have we?
my God. I can't
Mm.
talk about the smaller ones because I haven't had experience with those. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the big boys.
The
And I'm going to
yeah.
name them shame. I'm
Mm.
talking about every. I'm talking about your Yodels. I'm talking about your DPDs, your
mm,
UPS, the big boys, the ones that
mm.
you're supposed to be the
Yeah.
leaders
That
in
you
couriering.
pay extra insurance for,
Well, yeah,
but you
right.
don't get anything for it. You have to wait to see if it's lost for 3 months at least.
Yeah.
And then you still don't get a refund because then they might find it after 6 months. But for us, if we're doing personalised workwear, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
Can
Customer,
you wait
would you
6
mind
months?
waiting 6 months for that, for your new staff order?"
Yeah. I mean, but why do you have to pay for insurance?
Yeah,
So I've already paid for you to deliver my product,
to
what,
do a
£10 or whatever?
service.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And now I've got to pay more money to insure it in case you lose it. So what you're
Mm,
saying then is I have to pay you more money
mm,
in case you don't do your job properly.
yeah,
I understand they have millions of parcels going through the system a day. I get that.
yeah. So don't
But
you have to have insurance for that?
exactly, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Like that's like me saying,
Mm,
"Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up your video. If you'd have paid me an extra £500
yeah,
insurance, then it would have covered you. But there's
yeah,
nothing I can do about it now.
yeah.
Sorry."
It might go right, it might not,
Yeah. Look at the drawer.
I might press record, I might have a shaky hand the whole time,
Yeah. If
you
it rains
know.
today, sorry, can't come out for another 6 months. It's just stupid. All the workwear.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. Might get the
We,
sizes right, might
yeah,
not.
I know we're supposed to have brought a 10, but we lost one of them. We don't know
Yeah.
where it's gone. But you didn't pay for insurance, so I can only give you 9, even though you paid for 10.
I know.
It's flipping ridiculous. Absolutely
Oh.
ridiculous. So
So room 101, what would be now this is gonna be hard for you to choose 3 now.
I can't just pick 3. I've
No,
got too many right now.
no.
I feel
Yeah.
like, honestly, I'm not like one of these patriotic people, but I also
Mm,
love England, right? And I think the
mm,
world is a fantastic place
yeah.
in so many ways.
Mm,
But right now,
mm,
I feel like the bits that
mm,
I know, at least,
mm.
the world's going to shit.
Well, saving the environment as well. No one seems to give a shit.
Even you started
Hello?
swearing now. It's contagious.
But seriously, the government could be doing so much more
Hmm.
to help. And I feel like they do absolutely nothing that the average person knows about. I'm
Yeah.
classing myself as an average person, and all I feel like that is done is that you're given a recycling bag for your plastics and a recycling bag for your paper.
It won't be long before I have to start paying for that.
Well, yeah, you already have to pay for your garden waste in Dudley. Um, so yeah, I feel like that is the only thing
Hmm.
that they do. There's no, you know, no incentive. I mean, unfortunately, people have to be incentivized to save their own
Which is
world,
stupid in
which is
itself.
crazy because surely your own children should do that.
Yeah.
But there's nothing's incentivized that people know about.
Hmm.
But they could easily do that
Mhm.
with having like reducing your own electricity by X amount and you get X amount back or
Hmm.
something. Like
Th- This whole world seems to be just about putting sticking plasters over problems. This is how I
yeah,
describe fixing
yeah,
a problem. You
mm,
either if you've got a crack in the wall,
mm,
you can either paper over it. You know
mm,
the crack's going to come through in a few years, but it's
yeah,
somebody else's problem.
yeah,
Or you can
mm,
break it back, do it
yeah,
properly, replaster it, fix the
mm,
root cause of the problem.
yeah.
And I just feel like everybody's just got into this habit now of just
Right,
wallpaper,
yeah.
wallpaper, wallpaper. Just
They're just
carry on
going to move to
papering over it.
Dubai. Actually,
Yeah.
not even bother with the newspaper.
Well, yeah. So I'm sorry this week's been a bit of a whinge, but I just
Yeah.
felt like
You wanted to use our therapy session.
I just wanted to have a bloody
Wisely.
whinge. And I feel better now, to be honest. I feel like I can go another 6 months without having a good moan. But
Oh, well, it's got me in the mood for a glass of wine, I'll be honest.
we should have had a glass of wine while doing this, actually. But yeah, it's just, like I say,
Yeah.
I'm not patriotic, but I do, there are
Mm,
lots of good things happening. I mean, here you go. Why is the fucking news filled of
mm.
depressing news all the time?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing,
I
yeah.
mean, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, of course we need to know, of course,
Mm,
and it's,
mm.
I know it's all more obviously a hell of a lot worse for the person it's happened to, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But why can't we mix in some positive
Because there's
stories in the news
loads
as
of
well?
positives that are happening in the
Exactly.
world. Like, but they're not focused on enough. Like, a lot of people have stopped listening to the news,
Well, I'm
actually.
one of them.
Since COVID, a lot of people I speak to now have stopped listening to the news because it is just so depressing.
Yeah.
And so much of it, whilst I'm saying do what you can to help the environment, so much of it is out of your hands. Unfortunately, what the government are doing is so far out of your hands.
Uh,
Like,
I disagree. I think that
mm,
it's an easy excuse to say it's somebody else's fault, but we
mm,
can all do better. I mean, I was driving the other day and a bloke just chucked a fag out a window of his car. I mean, we talk about environment.
I
The
hope you
amount of
stopped him.
the amount of rubbish that you see on the ground. There are, if there's no bins, leave it in your car, man,
Oh,
until you get home and put it
really
in the
does.
bin.
That really does
Like,
sicken me, that. Throwing trash on the
so
floor.
some things, yeah, are out of your control, but I think we use that as too flippantly and too much of an excuse because actually I can't be asked to do something about it. And it's easier just to say, well, what am I? Yeah, this is what I hate. What difference am I going to make?
Yeah.
What difference is me just putting my crisp back in the bin going to make? Nothing. Of course it is. If everyone had that same mentality, which they do, this is why we're in the state we're in. Nobody bloody cares. This is over entitlement again.
Yeah,
Oh, put it there, don't matter. Fuck off.
Mm.
So, yeah, so there's my wins. My Victor Mildrew, for those who remember him. What was he from?
Oh.
Hyacinths, no.
Yeah, Hyacinth. Hyacinth Bouquet.
A bouquet. But it was bucket.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was actually called, though.
No, I
but that
can't.
was a
Keeping
classic.
Appearances?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Wasn't that on a Sunday night?
I can't remember.
Yeah, bedtime pyjamas. Well, maybe like just after tea if you were having an early bath.
But I feel better now, and hopefully people listening might feel maybe they've whinged with us.
Yeah, nodding away. Yes.
Yeah,
Or
I
like,
understand.
oh, shut up, you miserable pair.
You moaning bear of buggers. You're old before your time.
That was quite a good room 101, though.
It was a
We'll have
room.
to have a lever
I think we
next
should
time.
try and build some of this into the podcast somewhere. A bit
Yeah. We could do that with guests, though, what their room 101
bi-weekly whinge.
3 things would be. Yeah, I like
maybe
that.
there's something thought in that because we've got a lot going on at the moment, don't we?
Yes.
We've got Studio 2 coming online in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Studio 3 not far behind that one as well.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things at the minute. But
Yeah,
it was
it's
just
all
nice
go.
actually just to have a bit of an offload.
And now we can strip off into our vests because
And
I
now
am
feel
sweating.
lighter. Well, I don't think anyone wants to
Probably
see
got
that.
a bit of a glow to our fods as well.
With a slap head. But yeah, so I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, no, thank you for listening to our whinging and whining.
Yes.
And now we feel better after our therapy session.
Now we're going to get drunk and pay 50 pence tax. Way! See you next time. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.